If you're taking the ALEKS Math Placement exam, you'll definitely need to know how to solve a problem like this. Okay, so we have 3x squared is equal to negative 27, and we're trying to solve this equation for x. Now, to do this, you'll need a really good understanding of quadratic equations and imaginary numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at how to work through this problem step by step and answer the question. All right, so here is our problem. We have 3x squared is equal to negative 27. Now, when you're trying to solve an equation in algebra, the first thing that you need to do is identify what type of equation you have. Now, in algebra, we have all different types of equations, things like linear equations, systems of equations, radical equations, rational equations, quadratic equations, exponential equations, logarithmic equations, etc., etc. So you get the idea. We have to be able to identify what type of equation we have because the methods that we use to solve these equations are different from one another. All right, so what do we have here? Well, we have a quadratic equation because this is a polynomial and it is a degree 2 polynomial. And that is by definition a quadratic equation. All right, so we have a quadratic equation here. And now we need to think about what do we know about quadratic equations and how do we solve them. All right, so before we get into the actual steps to get the answer here, let's just talk about a few quick things about quadratic equations. All right, so the first thing is that you will always have two solutions to your quadratic equation. Now, the type of solutions you can have are either real numbers and or imaginary numbers. Okay, so you're not necessarily going to always get a real number as your answer, something like 3 or 7/5. You could end up with an imaginary number, something like positive or negative 5i. Okay, so this is the first thing that you need to understand about quadratic equations is that you're going to have two solutions, and those solutions can either be real and or imaginary. Now, let's talk about the different methods we can use to solve a quadratic equation. All right, so first of all, sometimes you can take the square root of both sides. It all depends on your equation, but sometimes you cannot take the square root of both sides. Sometimes you can factor, right? And this particular situation is one where we kind of could factor, but that's for another story. But you could factor some quadratic equations. Some quadratic equations, you can take the square root of both sides. You could also use something called the quadratic formula and something called completing the square. So these are the various techniques that you need to understand to solve a quadratic equation. Okay, so in this particular case, we're going to go ahead and take the square root of both sides and solve this quadratic equation. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do here is work on isolating x squared. So we're trying to solve this equation for x. So before we can get to x, we need to get to x squared. So what we're going to do here is take the square root of both sides, but we can't do that just yet because we have a 3x squared equals to negative 27, and we want x squared by itself. So what we're going to do here is divide both sides of the equation by 3, because 3 divided by 3 is 1, and we'll end up with a 1x squared on the left-hand side of the equation, or x squared. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. If you're going to be taking the ALEKS Math Placement exam, you don't want to take a chance of getting into the wrong class in college because of weak math skills. What you want to do is strengthen those math skills. So instead of guessing on math questions, you are answering them confidently. So make sure to check out my full ALEKS Math test prep course. It is extremely comprehensive with full step-by-step lessons and thousands of practice problems. So if you want to check it out, just follow the link in the description. So 3 divided by 3 again is 1, so we have 1x squared, or x squared, is equal to negative 27 divided by 3, which of course is negative 9. Okay, so what you want when you are trying to solve a quadratic equation by taking the square root of both sides is your x squared or y squared or whatever you have on one side of the equation and a number on the other side, like let's say 4. So now we could take the square root of both sides and solve for x. So in this simple example, x would be equal to positive and negative 2. So remember, we're going to have two solutions to all quadratic equations. Okay, so here we have x squared is equal to negative 9. Now, of course, we got to be really careful here because we have a negative number. So when we take the square root of both sides, we're going to end up with this. Okay, so the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of negative 9 is positive and negative 3i. Okay, so these are our two solutions. We have a positive 3i and a negative 3i. So we have two imaginary numbers as the solution to this quadratic equation. But let's take a little bit closer look at this square root of negative 9. So remember, an imaginary number by definition is I is equal to the square root of negative 1. So really what's going on here, when we take the square root of negative 9, we have the square root of 9 times negative 1. So we're thinking about the factors here. 9 times negative 1 is negative 9. So we can write the square root of negative 9 this way, and then we can break apart this big radical, this big square root, in terms of its factors. So the square root of 9 times negative 1 is equal to the square root of 9 times the square root of negative 1. And again, by definition, I is equal to the square root of negative 1. So this is really an I, and the square root of 9 is both positive and negative 3. So this is positive and negative 3i, which of course is our answer. All right, so I hope this video helped you out if you are preparing for the ALEKS Math Placement exam. And again, if you want more step-by-step practice like this, make sure to check out my full ALEKS Math test prep course. You can get started right away by following the link in the description.